Hello, my name is Jake from augmentedworld.co.uk, even though the website's currently down for maintenance at the moment, and I'm here to show you what I'm currently up to with my Augmented projects. Now, I haven't been working on much for the past couple of months, I've just been faffing around. That's because I've been experimenting with scripts and so forth, and can you blame me? But now I actually have an idea that I want to apply to augmented reality and start a new project and so forth. So, let's show you what I'm up to. So first of all, let's just augment our scene. I'm just going to make sure that this does well, because we don't want it to faff up midway through the recording like my last video. Ho ho ho. Okay, so what have you got here, Jake? Okay, so what we've got here currently is a basic scene. The basic scene is just a grid. So why do we have a grid here, Jake? And I will show you. Essentially, I've just spawned in a bit of grass here. And with this bit of grass, I'm just going to scale it up a bit. So, anyone take a guess what I'm making at the moment? Don't worry, you don't have to get it right away, but essentially, I'm trying to build a scene editor. An augmented scene editor for users to build their own augmented scenes for the time being, because grass. But, no, essentially, I wanted to find a method for people to immerse themselves in augmented reality, and there's things like The Sims where people just want to customize things and build things. Why not build an environment? I mean, who knows, I could put in more game assets in time for you to build houses as well on top of it if you wanted to, so that would be great. So anyway, what I was doing was babbling on there, was getting my second game asset ready, because I've only got 3 in here, which is a block of dirt. Everybody loves dirt. So what am I going to do with this block of dirt? I am just quickly going to scale it up a bit. Oh my. There we go. And just... oh my. So there's a few settings I need to check out with this, or get sorted out. Which is fine, because I'm actually figuring these out as I'm going through with this video. Anyway, so now we've got our block of dirt, and it's floating around a bit, so let's move that down, shall we? Block of dirt down here, and over there. There we go. So as you can already tell with this editor, I'm having a few trouble with variables resetting over and over, and that is because these objects have not actually been in the... Okay, bit of a backstory. All my previous augmented projects have had the assets there ready and waiting in the scene, except they've been either turned on or off so you can see them, not see them. These assets, other than the grid and the sphere, like the grass and the dirt, those are brand new assets that I've actually cloned into the scene, or spawned into the scene, from somewhere else in the program. So, it's interesting. It's interesting to see something get spawned into an augmented world. Anyway, there's a current limit of 10 per item, so you can actually build a fair few things, and completely forgot about the last asset, which is just there to make it look pretty, because who wants to just look at dirt? Now, as you can see here, I have got myself a small fountain, well, small waterfall, and just gonna move that up a bit. There we go, make it look like that's coming out of the rock there. Right, so that's our scene for the time being. So recently I've thought about what I want to do with the scene once it's built, because once it's built, what do you want to do with it, other than look at it? I mean, it looks pretty and everything, but I'm thinking, what if the user wants to explore their scene? So, bear with me when I give you this explanation, but why not export this into a game window viewport thing? So, I'll explain how I'm going to adapt this later, but first of all I'm going to show you how to export. Unfortunately I haven't actually programmed the full functions in there, so I have to do some screwing around in the editor at the exact same point whilst talking about it to you, so bear with me. I have a command set up, so I can actually switch scenes. The scene I'm going to switch to is actually my main menu at the moment, so things might collide, but it will prove my point still. And essentially, this is how we're going to do the export setting, which is essentially, look at this scene here, pretty scene, and unfortunately this is the last you see of my pretty face, so I'll see you guys whenever. But now we're going to switch scenes, and our scene is in a game window scene, if that makes sense at all. Apologies about the background and the cube there and the buttons, but unfortunately this is the only other scene I have in the project, which is my main menu that allows you to start the actual application. But as you can see, the augmented scene that we've created is there ready for the user to look at, and I'm currently in control of the camera looking at it, but essentially you would be able to look at it with multiple cameras, and essentially the extra functions I want to apply to the program in the other window that you saw, or the other in the actual augmented sense, is I want to make a camera mode so you can essentially set up different camera points around the area, so maybe one here, maybe one over there, and so on and so forth, and I'm just gonna move this again. So like you can set up different camera points, or I would potentially like to set up a first-person camera view where essentially you could have like a node in your scene as a player there where my mouse is, and then you would be able to control it's moving around on the X and Z planes for you to explore your worlds and settings. There is additionally going to be light settings as well, but that's going to be a whole new palaver. But essentially, this is what I'm working on at the moment. An augmented scene editor for you, the user, to build something fun for you to look at and to play around with, and to even just get to grips with augmented reality and then enjoy it in a world for you to explore and screw around with, all in the capabilities of your Android device. Yes, no additional stuff, all Android. Well, of course, this is currently PC because of me doing it in editor, but yeah. So I hope that this this demonstration, this explanation, whatever it is, has gotten your appetites wet, because this is a project that I'm really going to be putting my all into, and I hope that it's gotten your interest. So thanks very much, and sorry for wasting almost 7 minutes of your life. Ugh. You're not going to get that back. Anyway, cheers and bye-bye. Oh my god.